So tonight, for the centering Gong meditation, I just wanted to first check in with the body and take a moment for the check-in with the body. I invite you to take one hand placing it on the heart and one hand placing it on the stomach. Inhale into the hand that's on the stomach, filling both of the lungs with air. And exhale. And just take a moment to do a body scan, observing not only the flow of air as it comes in and out, but also the body. How does it feel at this moment in time? How do your emotions feel? How does the mind feel? What are you observing about yourself? I invite you with your exhales, if it feels good to you at this time, whenever you exhale, to imagine yourself releasing any tension or any stress that you may find in your body, in your mind, or in your emotions, just letting it go. Inhale to the hand that is on the stomach, bringing the air until it reaches the back of the throat, and exhale to release emotions, tensions, thoughts, anything that feels uncomfortable at this time. And as you check in with your emotions, one thing that I invite you to do is to be present to what you feel. If you would like to write it down in a journal, or I have this journal that I created with a purpose to kind of look at what is the starting feeling, so that we can also look at what is the ending feeling and what energy has moved out of your body after listening to a sound session, whether it's with me or somebody else. I also invite you to think about your intention this evening, while I have that this is a Sunday centering and grounding practice. It can be whatever you need it to be. So if that is that you would like to release something that has occurred for you this week, please feel free to set that as an intention. I release whatever it is that you would like to let go of. If you would like to surround yourself with a loving light, you may I intend to surround myself with a loving light, whatever that might look like for you. And since you had your moment to touch base through the breath with how you are feeling emotionally, mentally, and physically, I now invite you, I'm going to begin to play, and I now invite you, while I'm playing, to imagine yourself dissolving. Imagine that the sound is washing over and washing through you as if you are not there. I also invite you to make sure that you are in a space that allows you to fully relax. So if you are driving, pull over. Or know that you can come back to this at another time. And adjust your mic to maybe a medium setting. Sometimes the gongs do get loud, or some of the singing bowls that I use. So just giving yourself a space that feels comfortable in terms of volume level and your general comfort around you. If it feels good, I invite you to lie down. You may not hear all of the sounds of the gongs immediately, and that's okay. Know that the vibrations will come regardless through the video. space around you to just be pieces of information. If a siren goes by, a helicopter, or something else, just allow it to be what it is without holding on, using it as an opportunity to release as you become one with the sound. Gently begin bringing your awareness back into the room around you, to the sounds that you hear, not only from me and this studio space that is connected to you, but around you yourself. Observing without connecting to any particular sound. Let the mind wander from sound to sound, getting closer and closer to the body until you are listening to the sounds of the self. Take a moment to notice the sound of your breath, focusing again, as we did at the beginning, on the sound of the breath. The inhale as it comes in and out. You may hear other sounds as well. Allow them to be as they are. Just observing. And as you do so, begin to expand your observation from sound to the way that the body feels. Use your inner eye, starting at the head, and scan the body. I invite you to deepen the breath if that feels right to you, breathing all the way down into the stomach again. Inhaling till it reaches the back of the throat and exhaling, especially if you have felt any stress or any tension arise during the sound experience this evening. Allow that to pass out of the body, out of the mind, or out of the emotions through your exhale. Inhale, filling the body, the lungs, until it reaches the back of the throat, and exhale, releasing all tension. Do this as long as you would prefer. And then continue, when you are ready, to bring your awareness into the rest of the body. Wiggling fingers and toes, making any movements that feel right and good for you at this time. Following the natural intuition of your body for those movements. You will know how and what and where to stretch using that intuition. And as you do so, I'll just share a little bit about the meditation. If you are new to sound, or if you have experienced sound before, what's interesting is that every time that we explore our minds, our bodies, and ourselves with sound, it is a different experience. You can have the most wonderful, beautiful, joyous experience 1 hour, and then the next hour, it shifts. There's nothing right or wrong about this. It just is what it is. And what it invites us to do is explore our body, the layers of emotion that sometimes get trapped in the body, where they are within the body, and how sound can help to release that. So the way that it works sometimes is that you have lines of what is called fascia throughout the body, and these respond to sound. And so when the fascia releases, sometimes our emotions that are stored in the fascia can release as well. Sometimes tension in the body can release, so you may feel your shoulder jerk, or your hip release, or your foot release. So many different types of release can happen. So just be mindful that that occurs. I also wanted to just share about this sound bath itself. Often I will find that the sound baths are a reflection of kind of the collective energy of the world. By the collective energy, I mean all of us together. We emote emotions, and that is connected throughout the collective. And so all across the world, we are connected through energetically, through our consciousness, So sometimes what the gongs will do is they will play to help that consciousness release. And tonight you may have noticed that there was a constant stream of noise in the background. That was really interesting. And it's gone now. Now that I say that, it's gone. It's so interesting because that sound needed to be there. There was also some of the sounds from the gongs almost sounded disharmonious. I didn't even say that well. I can't even say it right now. In my brain, it's not functioning, but it was out of harmony. And one of the things that I find really interesting is right now the world can feel very chaotic for a lot of people. So that disharmony occurring or the external sounds, what that does is it helps us in meditation to recognize that nothing will ever be exactly what we expect, wish, or desire it to be. It is what it is. And part of our invitation is to accept things as they are and to come into our own inner balance and our own inner harmony with life as it is, rather than life as we expect it or wish it to be. And from that sense of inner harmony, you're literally creating a sanctum within yourself. And so that is untouchable to the outside world because it is within you and it's your way of supporting yourself. And you can always tap into that space of love and light within yourself, regardless of what's going on externally. And it felt like the sound this evening was inviting us to explore what does that look like. So whether there was the siren that went by, the extra noise that comes from, it was raining here earlier, and that's the sound that the building makes when it rains, or the sounds of the gongs maybe not being as beautiful in a certain way that we would prefer. But all of that can help us to look at ourselves and to reflect more deeply on where we can release areas of expectation, and how that can lead us to greater harmony as it led the gongs. Eventually, you'll notice that they kind of came into a balance. It was like we started and there was a little disharmony, and then it shifted. There was a large shift, and then the rain sounds came in and it sort of washed away some of the feelings of disconnectedness. Then I used the bowls to kind of ground and to center us, as well as one of the chimes coming from a high note to a low note, again bringing us into a grounded state. And then one of my favorite gongs, which is right back there, came and allowed us to just be with ourselves, creating a cloud, if you will, of sound to do some of the deeper work and to continue to center and to ground ourselves with the Gong Meditation. So I hope that you found this useful. Way good energy. Thank you for being here tonight. It was a pleasure to play for you. Sharif06, same. And all of those who visited this evening, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I wish you the best in the coming week, and I hope that this Gong meditation helps you to center, to ground, and to just be in a space that feels good and right for you at this time. So take care, and I'll see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are so welcome. It was my pleasure. Thank you for being here.